Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, let's take a look again on euro currency. So on Monday, as you can see, we haven't got any significant action. So market mostly was standing in the range of this rally that has happened at the end of the previous week. So grabber is still valid. So market stands in the tight range, but take a look, that market is still keeping the chance on upward action because the lows that we have specified here with this harmonic price action still holds. And by this action, euro keeps chance on upward continuation. Today, guys, it's another reason why we think that the game is not over yet here, because, well, those of you who read our weekly reports on the gold market, on the forex market, probably remember that in this weekend we talked about the stock market. In particular, speaking in the gold research, we said that, it's a big difference between the action of the stocks currently and the real economy. So, for example, if you will take the ratio of the copper to gold level, you'll see no reaction on any Fed measures on the liquidity injection and in general. So this major middle that has relation to real economy sectors, the copper is actually is an indicator of the production of the industrial production in the world. And the relation of copper to gold shows actually absolutely no reaction on any additional liquidity measures that come from the Fed. While stock market shows absolutely different action, shows the 30% pullback from the bottom, mostly because of the huge liquidity is coming to the stock market. So banks and international financial companies, they do not want to bother themselves with dealing with the loans to the public, loans to the small business, because it's difficult, it carries the credit risks, risk of defaults, bankruptcy, and so on. It's much simpler to just put liquidity in the stock market and enjoy the profit. Well, that's what they do. And here we have the big divergence between the real economies, real deeds in a real situation in the production in the economy, and the stock market. And this divergence, sooner or later, but should converge back. And this convergence will be really painful to the market. It really could happen. Well, it means that on the stock market, as we said, it really could be the pullback. And this pullback could be significant, at least the 50-60%. And Goldman Sachs suggests it will be almost the 70% drop. Now I'll show you. So on the DAX index, because we talked on the euro, on the DAX index, the 4-hour time frame chart on the DAX, you can see this ABC action market mostly has hit the OP and the agreement at the daily resistance. Actually, guys, this is major resistance on the daily chart. That's right from the top to the bottom, 618 pullback. So you can see already more than half of this drop has been played out. But currently, market shows the signs of weakness. So you can see here's drop. On the 4-hour time frame chart, you could see downside gaps, minor gaps has opened, starting with the sell-off, got just triple to sell. And during the whole operations was a big divergence with the MACD. So you'll see it if you would like to. So, and in general, by the classical way how market behaves, it just can't ignore this momentum that stands on the market. It can't be just ignored. The market can't return it up without any reaction. This momentum stands here, and sooner or later, this will trigger a deep retracement. In the current circumstances, it's really possible because investors gradually is coming to reality after the stunning impact of the pandemic and the stunning numbers on the non-farm payroll list and other data. And once this first stun has got, they now waking up from this moment and trying to understand really what's going on. And on this coming back to reality, it's really big chance that stock market will show the pullback. That in turn means that euro currency could show upward action because it's good relation that stands on the market that national currency, domestic currency moves in opposite direction to the stock market. So very often this happens. At least it will provide some support. And that also makes us think that maybe it's not over yet, the game here. That's probably could happen to upward action. So that's why we're still watching what will happen with this situation. And even technically, as this loss stands, as I said, well, overall scenario with the possible upward action still valid. On the 4-hour time frame chart, you could see that market keeps the trend line and mostly is calling in the same area. So this large hand shoulders is still valid because market actually stands at the same level, doesn't break it down. Divergence is still here, hidden divergence with the MACD. And here, well, some kind of the double bottom could be formed if we will be correct on this suggestion. You can see this minor double bottom could be formed as upward action. Well, so if you have taken the long position here, it's not time yet to close them, and you could keep them while market stands above these lows. So this is important. On the hourly chart, well, nothing significant we see. Well, here, yes, when we spoke on this possible head and shoulders, we of course expected that this right arm would be shorter term, faster, something of that sort. But it stands right now a bit extended to the downside. Market has completed this ABCD OP target. Now it's returning right back up about the 50%. Well, it's difficult to call it as a hand shoulders anymore because this part of the retracement is too long. But, well, it just shows some kind of the Carter's triple to buy action here, as you can see. And, well, just confirms that it's not over yet. So it's really could happen that upward action still could happen. Let's call it in this manner. Just because of the situation on the stock market and in general how EUR behaves currently, well, I think that's it's too early to say that everything is done and we should start preparation for a downward breakout. So we will see.